Today, I'm going to walk you through how to buy Bitcoin online through a website called Coinbase, and then take that Bitcoin off the exchange and put it onto your own hardware wallet, something called Ledger Nano. You're not going to want to miss this. Real quick, before we start, if you haven't seen my first video all about kind of the basics of Bitcoin and how you can dabble in investing online through some apps you might be more familiar with, be sure to check that out before you watch this. Of course, any type of investing involves risk, and Bitcoin is definitely not the first step you should be taking. It can be very volatile, and you need to be prepared for those ups and downs. And please don't forget to give this video a like. It helps more than you know. Okay, this is the Coinbase website. I will leave a link down below in the description. They're offering a deal right now where you get $10 worth of free Bitcoin when you buy $100 worth. And for later on in the video, I'll also leave a link down below where you can get one of these Ledger Nano S's. This is going to be the hardware wallet that you're going to store your Bitcoin on. This first page just asks for basic information like your first and last name. I'm going to go ahead and fill in Rich Smith. Go ahead and put your legal name. They will be verifying identity later, so this has to be what is on like your driver's license or passport. Up next, they're going to need your email address and ask you to create a password, and they also want to know what state you live in. There are different state regulations based on where you live. Go ahead and certify that you're 18 years of age or older and click Create Your Account. Here's that deal I mentioned before where you can get $10 Bitcoin bonus. That's going to be when you deposit and buy $100 worth, so that's what I'm going to do here with you. They also sometimes offer $5 free if you actually verify with photo ID who you are. That's going to be where you're going to scan like the front and back of your license. So I won't be going through that step today, but that is something you should do once we take care of everything else. Okay, you're going to have to go back to your email and click verify. There's going to be multiple two-step authentications like this where they're going to send a code to your phone, or you're going to have to click your email. Next, they want you to put in that phone number so they can send the code. Again, go ahead and type in that code, hit submit. And this is the page where they're going to ask to verify your identity. They're not going to ask you to upload like the picture ID right here. They're simply going to ask for your first and last name, your date of birth, and your street address. And then over to the side, you can see they're going to ask what you're going to use Coinbase for. I just simply put investing. And when they ask, what's your source of funds, you can simply just say employment. And when they ask your employment status, you put that you're employed. And if you have other sources of funds or you have a different employment status, just be honest. They're looking to verify who you are, and they sort of have those records, and they're allowed to check, so be honest. Also, they're going to have you put your last 4 digits of your social security number. Next, it takes you to a screen where it says fund your account. Specifically with Coinbase, you're going to want to link your bank account directly, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I would avoid using a debit card or a credit card because it just has higher fees. So go ahead and be prepared to link that bank account. Coinbase uses a third party called Plaid, and Plaid essentially connects to your bank and sends the information via the third-party Plaid network, so Coinbase never has access directly to your bank account. Of course, this is a security measure, and when you're dealing with Bitcoin and other types of cryptocurrency, you want as much security as possible. This next screen allows you to select your bank. You can go ahead and type in the name of your bank, for example, Chase or Bank of America, whatever you use. Then enter your online credentials to logging into the bank. It's here that Plaid goes to work. Plaid is going to send you a security code to whatever email you have on file for your bank. And again, this is probably like the third time you've been doing it. Go to that email and click verify. After the verification process, this next window is going to encourage you to buy your first crypto, and that's what you're here for, right? Now, the promotion is when you buy $100, they're going to give you 10 more. So if that's your price point, that would be something that I think would be a great place to start. I'm walking you through this, doing it as well, so I went ahead and typed in $100, and this is only going to be a one-time purchase for me. You can set it up where you can do something like buy $100 every single week or month, however much you want, and they can set up those automatic transactions for you. I do want to point out that there are always fees. Unfortunately, they're just a part of buying in the cryptocurrency market. And right now for Coinbase, you can expect to spend right around $3 to $4 or if you're buying a larger quantity, they have a percentage of 1.49%. And I'll flash it on the screen right now. You can see that if that flat fee amount is greater than the 1.49% of the total transaction, then your fee is always going to be that flat $2.99. This next page is important. It allows you to preview your order. So you're going to see how much Bitcoin you're buying, at what price, how much you're paying, and what the fees are. Also at the bottom, you're going to notice that it's going to send you your reward and tell you how much in Bitcoin that is. Now, I do want to point out this language down at the bottom. You can trade your Bitcoin instantly on Coinbase. You're allowed to store it there. It doesn't cost any money. But if you're looking to send it to someone, or if you're looking to put it on the hard wallet like we're talking about, it could actually take a couple of days. For me, when I did this video, it actually was instant. There was no delay, but I'm already on Coinbase. You can see here that they're saying it could take up to 9 days. So after watching this video, you can order one of these. It comes in the mail, and then you can pop it in, and we'll get to that part shortly. And again, this screen is my login screen. You can see they're even telling me it could take up to 4 days, but again, it was there in a couple of minutes. If you want to make sure you did everything right, go ahead and click home, and you're going to notice the portfolio balance in the amount that you just purchased. Now let's move on to the next part of this video. You are about to send it all to your hardware wallet. This is also known as cold storage. This is the Ledger Nano S. And I got to tell you, this thing is so cool, but the first time you get it, it might be a little foreign to you. So I'm going to walk you through what it's like to open one of these up for the first time and how to use it in conjunction with taking your money out of Coinbase. First, go ahead in Coinbase and click on send. You're going to be able to send some or all of the amount that you have once it's actually there. Remember, it could take a couple days for you. I'm going to send the entire amount simply by clicking send all. And this is where I need to now plug in my Ledger Nano S to the computer. Okay, this is the little unboxing for you. As you can see, you're going to order this directly from the Ledger website. And again, I left my link down below in the description. I wouldn't necessarily trust getting it from some third party. You want security in mind, and this company's known for it. When you open it up, you're going to see it kind of looks like a little keychain or thumb drive. It's got these little, like, 2 buttons on the side. It's got a little screen and a plug that you probably have a million of. That's going to connect to your USB drive. It comes with the cord to connect, and I just leave it in the box so I never have to try to find or search for one. And they also give you like some keyring accessories or a lanyard, for example. Maybe you're the type of person that wants to wear their hardware wallet around their neck, but you can just leave it in the box too. Now here's the part that really kind of threw me through a loop. I didn't understand what I was getting in here. So let's take a look at the welcome package, and they're going to say right away, hey, did you notice there wasn't any sort of like security seal you had to cut? That's because this is encrypted technology. And on the back there, you're going to see there is a recovery sheet, and I'll explain that in 1 second. If this video is not enough, there is a getting started guide, and you are going to need to download an app called Ledger Live onto your computer. There's also an app for your phone as well. And let me show you right here. These are your recovery phrases. So this little Ledger wallet is going to give you a series of words. This is going to be known as your recovery phrase. It's 24 different words. And you're going to have to write them down and keep them in a safe place. If you ever lose your ledger, or it gets destroyed or something like that, you can recover the information if you have that recovery phrase. So that's never something you should give to anybody. Okay, let's plug this into the computer, and I just show you how it sort of lights up and what to expect the first time around. All right, I got to tell you, the first time I set this up, I felt like some sort of secret spy or CIA agent. It's asking me for like a PIN code that I had to set, and you'll have to set yours the first time around. I'm going to go ahead and put mine in right now. And after you set the PIN code, it's going to give you those 24 different words. And they give you 3 different sheets of paper to write them down on. I really wouldn't recommend storing them like with a friend or having somebody set this up for you. You know what I mean? Like, don't just leave it like in a sock drawer somewhere. You're going to want to protect this like you are locking up money or something valuable. Now, when you get to the application, you can scroll over towards Bitcoin, and you're going to set it up so that it is connected to that Ledger Live. So this is what the Ledger website looks at. It is a state-of-the-art cryptocurrency wallet. And essentially, it gives you real ownership of your crypto. It's not stored on an exchange somewhere. You're not keeping it with an app like we mentioned in the first video, like Robinhood or PayPal. This is your hardware wallet, and it's all right on here. They have multiple ones you can pick from. This is the Ledger Nano S. That's the one that I'm going to recommend, and I think it's going to do the job just fine. If you want to check out the other one, by all means, feel free. You're going to notice here it is compatible with the app on your phone. So once you get all this set up, especially if you're like going to just buy an amount and then see how it does, you can check how it's doing on your phone very easily. You don't have to plug this in every time. It's not like you got to log into the computer and go through all these steps. This is only like an initial setup. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the Ledger Live app for the desktop. This is what the Ledger Live app looks like on the desktop. Go ahead and create a password if it asks you to. I'm going to type mine in. And here you can see with the portfolio I have for this new ledger. Now I have a considerable amount more that I've invested in Bitcoin and a couple other cryptocurrencies, but overall it is less than 5% of my entire portfolio. For the sake of this video, I just wanted to show you exactly how to do this. So go ahead and click on Receive. It's going to ask you what account, for example, are you receiving Bitcoin or something else? You can click Continue. And that's why you have your Ledger Nano plugged in to the computer right now. It's going to ask you to unlock it with your PIN. Open the Bitcoin app on the Ledger Nano. And here you're going to see the address for your Ledger Nano. Now, this address is super, super important. You can go ahead and click those two little boxes to copy it. And this is the address you're going to share with Coinbase for Coinbase to send your Bitcoin to your Ledger Nano. After you click copy for your wallet address, head back over to Coinbase and we're going to send the Bitcoin from Coinbase to your wallet. Here in Coinbase, you're going to see the to, and it's going to ask for an email or address. When you click paste, it's going to paste that wallet address for you. Again, it's super important that the Bitcoin address that you have here in your ledger, that it showed up in Ledger Live and that's showing up here in Coinbase, that they all match. So triple check, and then you can get ready to continue. You can see that there is also a small network fee that they're charging for taking your money out, and then you can go ahead and click Send Now. For me, they asked for that two-step verification, so they might ask you to do that before they can process the transaction. Then you're going to see a screen that looks like this, and it says that the transaction usually takes less than 10 minutes. You're going to wonder if you did it right. I'm sure that you did, okay? But those 10 minutes, you're going to just be back over in Ledger Live, like essentially waiting for it to refresh. One thing you could check is to make sure it left your portfolio there. So you can see here for me that Coinbase balance is back down to 0. Okay, and as we were waiting, you could see I was at $455 and some change. And honestly, it only took, I would say, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Now we're at $550. And there you go. So you're going to want to protect this thing, keep it in a safe place. If you have the passcodes, keep those in a separate safe place as well. If it ever got destroyed or you lost it, you would use those recovery phrases to get access to the wallet again. Okay, let's recap. I walked you through one way to buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies online, pay the fees, and get it onto your own hardware wallet, something called a Ledger Nano S. Links for that Coinbase deal where you get the $10 free Bitcoin are down below in the description, along with the Ledger Nano link. And I would recommend buying it right from Ledger. I will say that I was considering making this video with another site like Gemini, and there's other tutorials that I could do for things like Celsius or BlockFi. I don't want to confuse anyone, so if that is something that you're interested in, please let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like this video. It really helps. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. Please check out my brand new website. It is full of resources like blog posts, other YouTube videos, even podcasts. So I would really like for you to check it out. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and until next time.